So my name is Ciaran, I'm 34 years old and I'm a financial advisor. I think I started to go to thin at about 23, 24 maybe. And it was gradual enough at first, small bit of receding on the hairline and thinning out on top here. And then I didn't really notice it for the first few years, or wasn't really, too bothered by it because it was minimal, and then it kind of started to accelerate around the age of 27 or so. So I ended up just resorting to the shaved head look thereafter. I thought it was the simplest, easiest solution was to shave it. But you could still see the design of the receded hairline and the difference in colour from where there was hair to where there wasn't, so that's kind of what annoyed me. So I suppose by 30, from 29, 30 onwards, I just went with the buzz cut from there. I heard about Vinci through the internet basically, so when any of these things you resort to Google, and so they were quite high in the search rankings, and went from there as I looked at a couple of other companies and looked at the YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff, trying to figure it out initially, because for me it was such a new thing. So I had scalp micropigmentation, and it was, as I say, something that was very new for me. So I initially went to meet the two Scots in Dublin, the representatives from Vinci, and they were able to chat me through it. One of the guys had it done himself, so I was able to see it in person, which was definitely a big help, because to see it in person you can kind of, I pretty much made my decision then to fully commit to it, and then booked in for 3 sessions, and we did some photographs and stuff, but pretty much got straight into it and got full coverage pretty much on the first day. Right down, which is a big jump, but it's great because you're off to a flying start, I think, from that point. Then you have a 2-week gap to let it settle. The other sessions, it was just a case of passing over it again and putting kind of final touches on the hairline here and there to make it look quite natural. So altogether the experience was fine. The first session was a wee bit more intense than I expected, but after that it got quite easy because I knew what to expect, and it was looking back on it now, having finished it, it doesn't seem like much of a big deal at all, which I think it's always the way with these things. They're initially a little bit daunting, and then you're fine by the end of them. So yeah, it was fine just to go through the motions, get it done and get it finished. I would definitely recommend Vinci to anyone I know that asked about the procedure, simply because it was pretty much faultless end to end from the process right the way through, and the finished product is ultimately what this is about. And I think it's 6 months later now, the outcome is still perfect. I'm very happy with it, so I definitely recommend them.